What's going on YouTube? It's your boy, the Hangry Half Asian. So today we're going to be talking about OMAD, or one meal a day. All right, so before we begin, like always, please give me a thumbs up, please subscribe, and if you have any comments or any ideas for future videos, please leave it down below. Thank you. All right. So OMAD, what did I learn on my one meal a day journey? It was about 3-ish weeks that I was on OMAD. I did take a keto carnivore spin to it. So let's just get right into it. The pros, the mind and clarity, I mean, through the roof. The organization that I had, how do you say this? I don't know. The tasks seemed to come to me much easier. I was able to complete my task very quickly. And I have ADHD, so if any of you guys have it, you'll know that it's really hard to keep on task. And there was something with OMAD that really gave me that ability to just keep on task and get them all done. You do get a speedy feeling every now and then. So I did, and I actually quit coffee, mind you, during this endeavor. And I would get these bouts of speediness. I'm not actually sure why. I believe it's because your cortisol and adrenaline is raised, especially as the fasts get closer to 24 hours to 36 hours. You will get these bouts of speediness. And I actually felt that helped me from a productivity standpoint. The words seem to come much quicker to me, which is pretty awesome. So you get into that crazy flow state. We're able to just, like all the words just kind of line up for you. I just felt that that was a great benefit on OMAD. And to be completely honest, I probably will continue to do OMAD, for a considerable amount of time. So along with the mind clarity thing here, productivity. So it's amazing what you can accomplish when you're not worrying about breakfast and lunch, right? So you're not worried about what you're going to eat, where you're going to eat, who you're going to eat with. You don't eat. And you'd be surprised how much more productive you are when you're just not eating, right? So you'll get bored and you're like, no, I want to do something. So you'll tackle another item on your task list. And I was just so much more productive when I was not eating breakfast and lunch. So strength at the gym. So it was, this is a pro. It was about the same. So the weights and reps didn't seem to go up too much. I noticed that my pull-ups got better and some of my deadlifts got better. And it really just depends on the time of day that I actually went to the gym, right? So I felt I had a little more energy in the morning when I would hit the gym, as opposed to later on in the afternoon when I was more fasted. So depending on the time of day that you go, you may experience different levels of energy at the gym, but overall, I felt it was a bonus because I knew that I was actually losing weight at the same time while I was like, I don't know. I actually felt like I gained some definition, but it could have been just from losing the weight. But hey, it's a byproduct, and you know what? It actually worked for me, so I'm going to consider that a pro. So sticking with that theme, weight loss. So, I lost a good amount of weight in my problem areas. So like most guys, you focus on, your fat deposits are usually in like your lower abdominal areas, the love handles or the muffin top in the lower back. And, with OMAD, for some reason, it really targeted those areas. Maybe because those are problem areas for me, but I lost roughly 13 pounds in 3 weeks on OMAD, and I noticed all the weight just stripped right around my midsection and my lower back, right? So I pack on a lot of weight in my lower back, and it kind of skews like my V-taper, and now my V-taper is much more pronounced now that the weight is gone there. So I'm actually going to continue to do OMAD to see if I can actually get that down even further. Another pro is that it's super simple, and actually you save a lot of money. So, it's that simple. You don't worrying about breakfast, lunch. You just got to worry about dinner. How simple is that, right? One meal, right? And really, you save a lot of money. So you're not spending that much money on breakfast and lunch. So I was saving about $15, $20 a day by not going out, for lunch, right? So, my coworkers, they always want to go out for lunch, and I would spend roughly, especially on like a keto and carnivore / diet, you actually spend a little more a little more money for lunch. So like $15, $20 I was saving per day. So that actually was pretty awesome. All right, another pro. You get to eat what you want. So for me, I was doing a keto / carnivore-ish, OMAD. You can obviously, eat carbs if you want to, and a lot of people do, and they find that they can't eat that much within a 1 hour eating window, right? So you pretty much get to eat what you want. So for me, I would have 3 to 5 eggs, a steak, or like a 3/4 pound to a pound of hamburger, maybe a hot dog, thrown in there, some cheese, and then a quarter pint of Enlightened Keto Collection ice cream. Link will be up in the video that I done a couple weeks ago. But that's about it. I wasn't tracking my macros. I'm guessing I was taking in 1,200 to 1,500 calories-ish. And clearly that was not enough because my fat deposits were definitely getting eaten away. So I don't know. For me, I thought it was great. I didn't overeat. I felt satiated. And it really kept me going to the next day. So to me, that's a pretty big pro for me. All right, let's talk about some of the cons. So you get hungry. Hey, Harry, you just said that I wasn't hungry. Okay. So to be clear, initially, when you're starting OMAD, your stomach's like, it just gets really angry at you, and you get hungry. And initially for like the first week, my body was adjusting to my new eating style, and your stomach would get pissed off, and you'd hear all these rumblings and grumblings. I was actually sitting in meetings, and it was like there was like a lull in the discussion, and you could literally hear my stomach go, and everyone just started laughing, and you could tell where it was coming from. So yeah, I mean, you do get hungry. The stomach gurgles. Some days I would get hungrier than others, but for the most part, it would go away. Now, I did not drink coffee. I stayed away from caffeine. I did drink some decaffeinated teas that seemed to help or satiate my hunger. I know that a lot of people will drink coffee to, keep them satiated and keep that hunger at bay until their next meal. For me, though, it took me about a week until my stomach got more adjusted. I also, by the way, I did get a little lightheaded every now and then on that first week because I think my body was adjusting, but that went away, like I said, after the first week. All right, another con, social awkwardness. So when you're not eating, and eating is it's a social thing, right? So like with coworkers at lunch, you go to lunch with coworkers and it can get a little weird at lunch, right? You're just drinking on like Perrier or, some Pellegrino or like some decaffeinated tea while everyone's munching on their food. It can get a little awkward, especially with people that don't know you. I think when you're in your crew, right, your work crew, they all know that you're doing the 1 meal a day thing or the keto carnivore thing, and they just accept it. Yeah, it took a couple days for even my crew to accept that I was just going to go to lunch and just drink water. But they seem to come around. But it can get a little weird if you're around people that don't really know you and you're just sitting there just kind of drinking water and staring at them, right? So it can get a little socially awkward. But again, whatever. All right, this one was actually interesting for a con. The sleep. It can get a little weird. So I would sometimes wake up, in the middle of the night. If maybe I was a little stressed out at work or had some deadlines, it seemed like, I don't know, I would have I don't want to say anxiety because I don't think that's what it is. Since I've been on more of a carnivore-ish diet and I've been going to, acupuncture, my anxiety has really been alleviated. But I noticed that, and like I said before, that your cortisol and your adrenaline do kick up when you are on OMAD. So and this is all, I'm just kind of speculating here, but I think that actually impacts your sleep, right? So my sleep, to be honest with you, wasn't great. I mean, it was okay, tolerable. I just think I don't know. I think you just kind of have to weigh the pros and cons, because when I'm eating straight up carnivore, my sleep's great. Now that, when I'm eating one meal a day, it is a little wonky. I'm pushing like 6.5 hours, 7 hours sleep, but it's getting broken up once or twice a night. It's not great, but for some of the side benefits and the positives that you get, it may be worth it for you. So in summary, you know what? OMAD, I think it's pretty awesome. I lost a lot of weight in those problem areas around my midsection. My biceps and triceps got a little more defined. Overall, I just felt, healthier. Now, the biggest negative to me is that my sleep was definitely impacted, and that's a concern. So, I think I might cycle. I might do like a couple weeks on, a couple weeks off of OMAD. I might even try a couple longer fasts, maybe in the 36 to 48 hours, to see how that that plays with my body. So stay tuned for that video. I'll start that probably in a bit. But overall, I think it was pretty cool. I feel great. I look much better. I look great, and mentally, I think it's quite a powerful tool to use in your toolbox, right? So I have a lot of tools that I pull out the the keto tool and the carnivore tool every now and then, and I think this is just another tool in the toolbox for better mental health and physical health and so on and so forth. All right, guys, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'll catch you on the next one. See you.